Hey Libras, welcome, welcome. How are you guys doing today? Hey, this is a good day for you guys because it is the 6th. I'm doing your reading for the 6th through the 12th. The energies are on mark. So this is actually sort of a special thing for you guys. You always want a reading either on the day or as close to the day that you can get because the energies change, all dependent, but not only with the planets and everything, but you on your decisions and everything like that. So if you haven't seen the new moon reading, it is live now. Well, not live, but it's recorded, and here's the link down below. It is going to be really important for you to watch that because those are energies that are going to play into the next couple of weeks until we hit that full moon energy. So we had a solar eclipse with this new moon. And you're like, well, the new moon's passed, but we stay in those energies for about 3 days before, 3 days after. It sort of intensifies and then it sort of dissipates. So you're still in it. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. I've got to reshuffle. There was a card in the wrong deck. I am going to reshuffle. So we're going to get started with that. Hopefully you guys have a good week, but you will be feeling those energies again to make sure that you are on track. The good thing, guys, is we're coming out of the storm. So we're either going into a storm, in a storm, or coming out of a storm per se. Okay, so that one wasn't it. So we're sort of in 2021. We're starting to come and see the light a little bit. You'll see that in that reading in the planets. We're starting, but it's not done. And it's going to be a slow process, especially now with this new variant coming on. We have no idea what's going to happen with that. We hope that it just sort of, skates on through and it doesn't bother anybody as far as, work and all that kind of stuff again. So let's get started. So for those of you that are brand new, I do current energies, future energies, but also I have this first deck, that one that I needed to put the card back in. That's, excuse me, divine stack. So you come to tarot for a question or, maybe you're going through a trouble or you're having challenges or whatever. You come to tarot for that. The divine is the source. Tarot is just cards and paper. They're a resource. They are not the source. So what you want to do is ask divine. So what I do is I'm the conduit for divine. And the cards just sort of give me a scenario because this is modern day. I can't get these apart. Modern day tarot, it's about helping you through your struggles, challenges, and things of that nature. So let's see what divine has to say for you guys today. 3, 6, 7. All right. So the power of purpose. Okay, and this is the number 9. So you'll see that I do astrology, numerology, and tarot together because they're all energy. That's what divine is. Divine is energy. What kind of energy is divine? Love. Period. If it isn't love, it's fear. We either make our choices out of love or we make our choices out of fear. And if you don't believe me, hey, let's sit down and talk. I'm very free to do that. So I would love to share that with you and how you're making your decisions. Always can email me, all right? But this is about your purpose. So somebody may not know what their purpose is. This is a very interesting thing because as I was listening to an inspirational speaker this morning, I can't talk, it was about me thinking about a co-worker I had a conversation with. They're all very earthbound. They're very worldly. They're very materialistic. But they also think that they're very godly. However, they're living on the wrong side of the fence because they don't know what their purpose is. They don't know what legacy they want to leave. They don't know when you pass on what you're going to leave behind. So this is something that is the power of purpose. This is more of a spiritual thing. This is the number 9, and divine is saying this needs to be in your forefront this week. Okay, this is definitely something you want to open and be awakened to. What is your purpose? What is your calling? Not saying what is your destiny. Destiny is the steps to get to your purpose and your calling. And is our purpose and calling everything for our whole life? No. Purpose and callings changes with us as we change. Okay, so this is sometimes this power of purpose. Once you're in your purpose, what is purpose? Your authentic you. What is it that you're being a conduit, that it doesn't end with you, but goes through you? What are you doing in your life to go through you? That is what purpose is. My purpose, I I love to be spiritual and talk about, the second dimension a lot, and God and divine, because I've changed my life 100%. I was going to say 2020, but that's really 100% around. So that is one of the things. This is also teaches me, when I know my purpose, my authentic you, it teaches me who is deceptive to me, or who I can really listen to, who I can actually learn something from. The owl is very wise, and also can also pay attention to deception. This is the number 4, grounding. So the divine is trying to work on grounding for you guys this month or this week. Probably this month if that came out, but because it takes time, but it also is to keep your ears and eyes open to deception. What is deception? Things that are going to throw you off your path, things that are going to throw you, boy, these two go side and side, your current energy and your future. I'm just looking at them. But the thing is that we don't want to be deceived into temptation and doing things that we really don't want to do. Or even if it's just a friend, hey, do you want to go see the movie, whatever, whatever? And maybe it's a horror movie and you don't like horror movies, but you're talked into going. That is a boundary that you need to keep. I don't like those. I don't want to do that. It's same as if, for me, somebody cusses at me or cusses around me. Hey, you know what? I really don't need to hear that. Or if you'd like to use that, can you use that somewhere else? It's just don't do it in my presence, especially at work. But the thing is that those words are very low vibrational, and I don't want them around me. Okay, that's my choice. That's what is for me. But that's setting that healthy standard and boundary, for my purpose and my authenticity. Now, if it's a friend and they keep doing it, that's not respect. So I ask them to move along, or I move along, one of the two. You usually know who the good people are around you. Here's the thing about this: is going to be really hard for somebody, or somebody's already clicked off because they don't want to do it, because it is too hard. It takes a lot of courage and strength to stand up for yourself. It takes a lot of courage and strength to stand up for somebody of a more disabled, or maybe not, is maybe mentally challenged, or maybe somebody is just saying something really bad. For example, if you're in the grocery store and some man is being belligerent to some woman, it takes a lot of strength and courage to stand up and say, hey, that's really not appropriate. And maybe that should not be done here. And they might say, oh, screw you, whatever, get the fuck out of here, whatever, to you. And you're like, well, you know what? You just planted a seed that wasn't appropriate. And it also embarrassed that person. Okay. So the thing is, standing up for somebody that is not able to, this is one thing that takes a lot of courage and power. It also is standing up for yourself. Okay. So that's one thing that we got to really, really look at. Power and strength. It's the number 6 too. This is about your progression. So it's a building about a new, this is happening with a lot of signs. So we're building and resetting a new foundation, a new grounding this week. Where is it that you want to be grounded in 2022? Where do you want to go in 2022? You want to be able to elevate yourself to a higher self, to a higher vibration, higher frequency, and that's love and light. But you got to do it. You got to stand up for who you are and what you believe in. Okay. And that means things of high integrity, of love. Period. If it's not of love or high integrity, it creates confusion. It's more of a destructive, lower vibrational energy. And that's what keeps people stuck and bound to the secular world. Okay. So we have the 7 of coins, which is 7 of pentacles. By the way, I forgot to show this deck. This is a new deck, guys. I love it. It's the Disney Villains deck. You'll always find me using fun and uplifting decks. You're not going to find me finding any dark decks, because that's not what my tarot is about. But the artists are interesting in all those, but I like the fun decks. Okay, so 3 of coins, 3 of pentacles. Okay, we have the Queen of Wands. Now the Queen of Wands, this is coming to you because we have the Queen of Wands, and then we have the Queen of Pentacles there. Lots of queens. So there's some authority coming your way. Is there 2 cards on that? Nope. Okay. There's two queens here. So we've got some authority. We've got the Page of Pentacles. Something about your work definitely changing. Okay. So somebody's grounding maybe in their work. We have the 7 of Cups. And then at the very end, we have the 5 of Cups. This is your challenge card. The 5 of Cups is about looking at things either positively or negatively. The challenge for this person or whoever this is, and you may know them, is that they are thinking more negatively. They're thinking more low vibrational. I can't do it. Oh, I'm not strong enough to do it. I'm not smart enough to do it. These kind of things that are self-talk is very low vibrational, and it actually keeps you bound. Maybe the devil card will come up in my clarification. So we really need to look at becoming stronger within ourselves. How do we do that? We do that with our spirit. We do that with asking divine for help and to get strength. We ask and have faith that things are going to change. Nothing ever, 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 ever in this earth stays the same. It is always changing. Even the earth is changing. The atmosphere around us is changing. The North Pole and the South Pole, the magnetic poles are changing. Everything changes. Nothing on this earth stays the same. The only thing that does stay the same is divine, because he is consistent and never changing. So that's the only thing. All right. So what do the cards mean to you? So we've got something coming up for somebody's job. I really think somebody's going to be analyzing that they're in the wrong job. They're not working in their purpose and their calling, and it's not fun. And it's something that they really hate to do. Why? Because they're not in their purpose and their calling. What is it? For me, I've done leather work all my life, and it's maybe not my purpose and my calling actually to do the leather work, but it is my purpose and calling to do leather work. When I come to people, they know that I am very spiritually bound in the way that they're treated. They're treated like my family. They're treated in love. They're shown positive. Positive. Same with my work. It may not be my purpose and calling, but it is my purpose and calling to be the conduit of love, no matter where I am, and to be positive. That's my purpose and my calling, and also to teach spiritual coaching in that manner. Okay, so find whatever your purpose and your calling is. It is going to take maybe some wisdom, and don't ask people, guys. Do not ask people. You have to sit in a quiet place and say, you know what? I really don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. Can you show me what I'm supposed to be doing? Or can you give me a signal or a confirmation? What am I supposed to be doing? Where do you want me to go? See, the problem with secular world and secular thinking is that people will say, I just don't know what to do. And then you start asking your friends, you ask your family, I don't know where I should be. And you're going secular. This is the wrong thing to do. We need to be going to the second dimension and asking divine, God, Allah, Buddha, sacred one, whatever you want to call the creator, is that you need to say, I don't know where you want me to go, but you got to be willing to move. And what do I mean by that? You have to be willing to go where he says. It could be in your same home. He may say, okay, you need to pick up and move across the United States, whatever it is, but you got to be ready to be obedient. If you're not obedient, then this is why you end up being secular and having problems. Okay. So definitely something is coming with your work. Somebody's trying to, somebody's definitely, with this Queen of Wands, the Queen of Wands, she's a social butterfly. So somebody wants to keep going to their friends, keep going to all that kind of stuff, and asking permission, asking what they should do, where they should go. You go to the Queen of Wands, she's got a dark side. She's got a very low vibrational side. The Queen of Wands is one that will go spread gossip. And she loves to butterfly. She loves to get around. So this could be somebody that likes to be really social. Now, why are you being social is the question. Is that your calling to be social? Is it your calling to be on Facebook, Instagram, and all that kind of stuff and sharing stuff that may not even be true? This is a thing. This is the Queen of Wands' dark side. That's why when I talk about social media with this, is that we pay attention to that way too much. And for me, if somebody says, oh, this is, the earth is falling to this, whatever, I don't know, some stupid thing. I always look at the resource. I go to the resource. I see where that resource came. I go forward from that resource, because a lot of it is junk. A lot of it is fake. So this is about your calling and your purpose. Don't go to things that are of fake. Find out what it is that you really, really want to do. Somebody's going to be really noisy this week. Chatter, trying to tell you what to do. This is the Queen of Cups, and the Queen of Coins this could be somebody at work. And oh, gossiping. Oh, thank you. So somebody's really gossiping, somebody's in somebody's circle. That's got to end. That is so low vibrational. It creates stress. It creates burdens. It creates heaviness. Definitely, definitely. Okay, so I'm going to get clarification. My spread is different because Divine, if you watch the new moon reading, this is how he wants me to clarify. So I listen to him. I find out how I clarify, and then I can see the whole answer. Yes, 3 of coins and then the 10. So somebody's going to be traveling definitely this week. And it might be for your job, or it might be to a new job, or you might be thinking of a new job. Okay. You might be thinking of moving. Hey, I just want to get out of here. I want to start new. This is the time to reset your bounds and your boundaries and your foundation and everything for the 2022. The end of this month and the whole thing, you got to be careful. 24th, 25th is going to be really tricky because there's a lot of planet stuff going on, and you just got to hold on to your seatbelt that day, those 2 days. But somebody is really not happy, and it's the 4 of cups, it is the 2 of wands, and the 10 of wands. Somebody's just not really happy. Somebody is just like, I want to say, depressed and anxiety. And the reason why that is because you are more earthbound, you are more secular, because once you move to a spiritual way of thinking, your depression and anxiety goes away. Because why? Because now you're making decisions out of love and not fear. Because most of the time, people that are depressed and anxiety, that kind of a thing, unless it's a medically, diagnosed thing, this is because of you're trying to make decisions based on what people think and how people think, or you're comparing people, or why does so and so have this, or why doesn't somebody like me like this. You're not looking at your true purpose, your love of yourself. So this is definitely wisdom. Maybe this is the awakening that Divine is talking about with the Libras, because you have in the power and the strength to do anything and be who you want to be loved the way that you want to be. Because if you show love, you will get love. If you show love, if you be the love that you want, you will get that love in return. Okay. And if you are one of these people, you're always welcome to email me. I don't want you to be depressed. I don't want you to walk in anxiety. That is fear based. And that could be something from trauma from a childhood. It could be bullying from school. It could be relationships that don't working out. That is more of a coaching thing that we would want to do, but you can always email me and I can share. I've helped people all over the world, and it didn't cost them a dime. So this is the thing, but it is creating a burden for somebody, and you cannot see the love that you're being given. Definitely, you cannot see the love that you're being given. But also, too, again, somebody's going to be, I really think there's a thing with your work that you're not happy, you're not moving on. Here's the clarification for your challenge card is you've got the 9 of Swords. So somebody is thinking more negatively, and what is that doing to you? You're losing sleep. You're having depression, you're having anxiety, you're having frustration, you can't eat, you can't sleep, you're thinking of something way too much. Do you know that? Thank you. If you think of, here's the thing, think about this. I want you to think about this for today. Think about this. Do you know that whatever is on your mind the most through the day, you create that as an idol? So you give that more time and energy than actually the second dimension helping you, and you wouldn't have to worry about it. How do I know? Been there, done that. Okay. When I was homeless and broke, I was thinking more of money rather than saying, Divine, help me, get me out of this situation. Show me, give me wisdom where I need to move, what do I need to do, where I need to go. Show me the poor choices and decisions that I'm making so that I don't make those decisions. And I used to do that because I used to think, oh, I got to go do this. I have to work 2 jobs. I have to work 3 jobs. I have to really make this happen. I got to get out of this situation. I was working more from my brain than actually pulling the energy from Divine and the second dimension. And so what happens then is that you have sleepless nights. What happened when I did that? What happened when I went to Divine for everything? I sleep like a baby. It takes me 5 minutes. Whether I'm having the worst time of my life, it takes me 5 minutes to fall asleep or less. Why? Because before I fall asleep, I say, Divine, you know what? I need to get my rest. This is a problem. I need your help to solve it. Please help me solve it or show me tomorrow, but I need my rest. It's on you. I release it to him. Okay, I release it. I don't know who this is for, but I have to have the power and strength enough to release control and let that second dimension, let God, divine, work in my life, because that's where the wisdom is. Deception is the secular world. Deception is people telling you things that really are not factual, things that change like a fart in the wind. That is where, and then you get way off course on your purpose and your calling. Your purpose and your calling is to be the conduit of love in whatever you do. And you also give praise and rejoice to divine for those gifts, because those are your talents and those are your gifts. All right. This is a huge thing, but yeah, so this is really huge. Let me see something else. So to release this burden that you're having, because this is the number 10 in numerology. You got two number 10s, okay, which means that's a number 1, and that's also the number 10, which is something that needs to end and go away so that this new thing can come in so you can have the abundance. So this is abundance. This is releasing the burden. Okay. So you have to release the burden in order to get the abundance. How do you release the burden? Is you let something go. And sometimes we have to sacrifice to let something go. However, this is coming to you. This is coming to you. Where's the other one? I guess it was in the other reading. But this is coming to you. So release the burden. Release the stress. Release. This is stress. Okay, there's a lot of stress with somebody, a lot of heaviness, a lot of heartache. Somebody's out there really depressed and anxiety. This is for you. Okay, this is for you. There is hope. There is change. There is love, and you can learn to love yourself. I love you, so you can learn to love yourself. If I can love somebody that I don't even see and touch just as God does me, then I will love you as well. So how do we get to the next point? We have to step back and stop thinking about the negative side. Think about the positive side. What can I do for 2022? Where do I want to go? What do I want to see? Who knows what that is? However, I don't know what that is for you, but you'll get it from divine. You'll get it from that second dimension. Release, let go, ask, and then you sit back and wait and see what happens. All right. But somebody's job definitely is somebody's going to be changing jobs. They're not happy. They're depressed in it. And you're not even supposed to be there. Divine's like, I didn't give you that job. I don't want you to even be there. So find a job or whatever it is that makes you happy, brings you joy, or that you know that you can do and touch somebody else. It doesn't end with you. You be the conduit of love. All right. I don't know who this is for, and I don't even know if this makes sense to anybody, but this is Divine's message to you. And it is not about the cards, it's about the message. All right. So I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. I hope you have a good week, and I will see you next week. Take care, Libras. Bye-bye.